We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Tools and techniques, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That's your real challenge. And fuck me, it's been a challenge today. So I travelled across from Perth, but we're here and we're getting it done. Day 15. I'm not going to rest around too much today. What I will do is tell you this book is freaking awesome. The Psychology of Leadership. We're going to speak to something in here tomorrow that he calls ROTS, Return on Time Spent. Right, let's get into our daily ORCA. New shift, 8th of December 2025. He's going to be impressed I turned up, I reckon, today. He want to be. I'm starving, I haven't had lunch. Need a beer. What else have I got to have a cry about? Orca Wingman, day 15, direct and demanding, new shift. Travel day, high friction environment, discipline matters more, not less. Step 0, create tomorrow single objective, down ticket for bed, I did that. 30 minutes focus block before leaving for Perth, I did that with this book here, Psychology of Leadership. Write a 3-line HDD mini brief for success in Perth. I did that as well. 1, yes. 2, yes. 3, yes. You should be happy with that. Gotta be. Get through today. Have this done. Travel day compliance is the hardest kind and you executed all 3, that's elite. Daily actions completed, Kanban ticket, yes. 30-minute focus block, yes. 3D line for HDD mini brief, yes. Your discipline is now identity level, not motivation level. Now we lock into day. Objective, Monday, 8th of December 2025, direct and demanding. What was the one highest leverage objective for today? Not everything you had to juggle, not the list, not the chaos, not the single outcome. Today's single objective was to make sure that I didn't break the streak and that I got this daily ORCA debrief done. This is the point when our mate said it at the start. Keep your leaders engaged, motivated and on track. Direct, clear, 100% valid. When the environment becomes high friction, travel, fatigue, uncertainty, the mission shifts from output to discipline continuity. This is a legitimate Cunningham level objective. Let's lock it in. Objective, do not break the streak. Complete the daily ORCA debrief. This matters because your identity, the identity you're building is the engine behind the next 75 days. On travel days, preserving discipline is the highest leverage objective. Now we move. Results, December 8, direct and demanding. Stated the observable outcome. Results, you completed the ORCA debrief. The streak remains intact. Mission achieved. Now we drill into the behaviours. Day 15, direct and demanding. Let's strip out the noise and capture what actually drove today's execution. You protected the streak as a non-negotiable identity rule. I do ORCA daily, full stop. No bargaining, no negotiation. This overrides environmental friction. You preloaded the planning system yesterday. Kanban ticket, 3-line HDD travel block. When you set the day up before it started, you prevented travel chaos from dictating behaviour. You executed the debrief before fatigue could win. This is called front-loading discipline. Elite operators do this instinctively. These behaviours, not motivation, kept the streak alive. 3 daily actions for the next 24 hours, direct and demanding. You're in Perth. Bandwidth is restricted, so the actions are tight, leveraged and 0 weights. Create tomorrow's single Kanban ticket. We'll do this. 1 30-minute focus block before any client-facing activity. I'll do that in the morning before I go in. Travel week rule, reduce load, protect ritual. Capture 1 insight, constraint or opportunity you observe in Perth. Not a big list, not a task, just 1 insight. This builds a playbook or Capture one insight, constraint, or opportunity. Binary, doable. I'm going to ask him. No, that's all right. Wingman insight. You didn't keep the streak alive. You acted like someone who refuses to lose their identity to conditions. That's a rare shift. Most operators crumble under travel days. You didn't. Operational insight. Your behaviour today fits another afterburner principle. The mission dictates the method. The mission today was streak continuity. The method was adapting your load to the environment without sacrificing discipline. This is flawless execution, not perfection. We'll never ever achieve perfection. What we are after is flawless execution. Your system is now robust enough that external instability no longer destabilises your internal operating system. This is the first sign you've crossed from a new habit to identity-based behaviour. From here, the danger isn't missing, it's overloading. You're avoiding that mistake perfectly. Just going to go back because I don't fully understand what he means here. Number 3, you said capture one insight, constraint, or opportunity you observe in Perth. Not a big list, not a task, just one insight. This builds a Perth playbook or keeping cognitive load. Binary, doable, leverage base. Can you give me some more context behind that? What are you looking for me to achieve with that? Is this something that I need to carry forward whenever I travel in the future? What's the actual intent of doing that task? See what he has to say. Interested to see what he comes up with here, what insights that he actually provides. And that's a little bit slow. Direct, clear. Here's the real reason I gave you that task without fluff, motivation speak, or journaling nonsense. I'll break it down cleanly. The intent behind capture one insight from Perth. This task exists for 3 operational reasons. It converts travel from lost time into strategic reconnaissance. When you travel, most people's systems collapse, routines break, discipline weakens, planning drops. Environment dictates behaviour. Your ORCA discipline has already survived the travel. Now we take it further. By capturing one insight, you turn travel into something valuable, not a disruption, but intel gathering. This is what elite operators do. They treat the new environments as information sources, not distraction. It builds the start of a reusable Perth playbook. Travel environments repeat. Same cities, same logistics, same clients, same rhythm, same friction, same opportunities. If you gather one meaningful insight per trip, you quickly accumulate what works in Perth, what slows you down, what opportunities are present, how people respond, how your energy shifts, what you need to prepare in advance, what blocks execution there. That's very interesting. This allows you to operationalise future trips. Predictable, low friction, optimise high output. Instead of starting from scratch each time, you build a compounding knowledge asset. It creates a minimum viable strategic reflection without cognitive overload. On travel week, your brain is taxed, overstimulated, environmentally shocked, schedule fragmented. If you ask it to reflect deeply, journal, or capture big frameworks, you'd fail. Not because you're weak, but because environment isn't designed for thinking time. But one insight, you can capture that even in an airport queue, in the smallest actions without breaking your cognitive bandwidth. What kind of insight counts? Operational insight. Morning sessions in Perth have higher engagement than afternoon ones. Environmental insight. The workspace in the hotel lobby is quieter than the room. Better for lives. I need to go and check that. There is actually a room downstairs. I nearly went and had a look at that tonight. The reason that I didn't is because I was going to add another level of complexity. If I had to go downstairs, that meant packing all the gear up again, getting downstairs, doing the live there. So I went, fuck it. It's not the greatest background here in the room, but I'm just going to do it here anyway. People in Perth respond strongly to stories about PM autonomy, self-management insight. My energy dips around 3 p.m. here. Plan around it. Just one. That's enough. Is this something you should do every future trip? Yes, 100%. This is a permanent operator habit. Here's why. Every travel environment has repeatable patterns. Insights compound into playbooks. Playbooks remove stress, friction, and unpredictability. Future you becomes a more cognitive operator with a far less cognitive load. This is the exact process that elite military operators, special forces, and world-class executives use. They don't reflect, they capture environmental intelligence. One insight per day on travel builds a personal operating system, a city-specific strategy, predictable routine, a competitive advantage. The real income I want for you, when you travel 6 months from now, I want you walking into Perth like this. I already know exactly how to operate here. I know what time I'm sharpest. I know where I work. I know what slows me down. I know what clients respond to. I know what to avoid, and I know what to double down on. That sounds a hell of a lot like eliminating waste and doubling down on value-added activity versus non-value-added activity. That advantage doesn't come from thinking, it comes from capturing one insight per trip consistently. Summary: direct plus clean. This task turns travel into intelligence. It builds a compounding Perth playbook. It preserves your cognitive bandwidth on heavy days. It becomes a reusable travel routine. It strengthens your execution identity without adding load. It's a small behaviour that produces a very large long-term edge. You want, I'll create a Perth playbook template. Your travel playbook structure, how ORCA and Flex integrated with travel. Just tell me when you're ready. There's no way I would have come up with all of that by myself. Keith Cunningham, in the book The Road Less Stupid, calls thinking time the most valuable skill that he has. He wrote that book before you had a GPT that could do a lot of the thinking for you like this. Remember, we're not trying, AI is not going to replace you if you're a project manager or whatever you are doing your job. What is going to replace you is someone like me who knows how to use AI strategically to do the job at a 10x or 100x result. Take it, use it, make it a great week, and we'll speak tomorrow. You don't want to start 2026 like this. I'm starting a new pilot program called 2026 Pre-Season Training. It's for leaders who want to get their team match fit before the whistle blows and the 2026 season kicks off. So if you're running a good company or a team and you want to hit 2026 in a sprint, this is your window right now to set it up. We'll custom build your 12-month plan and drop it into a Trello board so that you actually track it and use it. We'll resource it properly so the work actually gets done and set you up a school community so that you're ready to get rhythm from day one. We'll be setting it all up using Goldrat's project rules of flow to mitigate the 12 causes of project failure, because that's exactly what this is and how you need to treat it as a project. And you'll also be learning to leverage AI where it counts to get the most impact. This isn't some paint by numbers cookie cutter course. It's pre-season training custom built for your business. There's only 10 spots and we'll have it wrapped up so that you're ready to run before we hit Christmas. DM me the words 2026 pre-season training and I'll send you all the details, because you really don't want to start 2026 like this.